Are you looking for the best stereo receivers? In this video, we will look at some of the best stereo receivers on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Yamaha RS202BL Stereo Receiver. Yamaha provides consumers with an excellent middle ground for stereo receivers with enough power to drive your speaker setup and enough features to give you options, and the RS202BL earns our top spot here because it does this all well. The best thing about the 202BL is that you get a 100W/channel stereo receiver with just enough features to feel premium at a very non-premium price without any of the flashiness that can drive the cost of your receiver way up. To be clear, this unit is a true stereo receiver, not offering anything like surround sound outputs or HDMI pass-through. It is an amp that will power up to 2 pairs of passive speakers at 8 ohms for up to 100W handling. It's a good fit for a record player setup and a basic TV entertainment setup. There are 4 RCA level inputs and 1 RCA output to extend your system to a separate receiver if you need more channels. It also has a radio receiver on board to allow for 40 stations of AM/FM tuning. Plus, Yamaha has included 2 interesting wildcard features: Bluetooth connectivity for easily connecting to your wireless-enabled devices and an eco mode that aims to save power while playing media for longer hours. Finally, while not exactly compact, the look of the unit manages to tread a fine line between substantial and sleek. In short, the thing will look pretty classy in your setup. At number 2. Amazon Echo Link Amp. Amazon's Echo Link line of products aims to give you a bridge between your traditional audio-video equipment and Amazon's tried-and-true Alexa voice control, essentially turning your stereo system into a smart stereo receiver. The Echo Link Amp is a true standalone receiver, allowing you to power your passive speakers and drive a complete AV system. The I/O is standard, giving you RCA, coaxial, and digital optical ins and outs. You can easily feed your media into the receiver and pass it through to another device. There's also an Ethernet port for connecting to the internet, an essential step for bringing in the Echo functionality. Finally, 2 speaker outputs, an L and an R, drive 60W of power to your passive bookshelf or stereo speakers, and a subwoofer for including a sub in your system. Once you connect the device to the internet, you'll then use your smartphone and Alexa app to set up the device, after which the Echo Link acts like any other product on your network. You can control the amp with your voice or the Alexa app, and you can even set up the system for whole home audio, telling your system to play one thing in the bedroom and another in your living room entertainment setup. Though the price is a bit steep for the power handling, it might be worth it if you have an Alexa-based home. At number 3. Sony STR-DH190 Stereo Receiver. Sony's STR-DH190 is about as bare-bones as you can get for a true stereo receiver and amplifier. With the requisite giant knobs on the front and the LED, text-based display, you aren't getting anything that looks particularly futuristic. The 100W of RMS handling is also very basic, powering most speaker setups with enough volume to enjoy TV shows and music. Along with 4 audio inputs via RCA, there's an additional RCA phono-specific input for connecting a record player. This feature, paired with the stereo outputs, makes this an ideal choice for record lovers. But, if you want some modern functionality, Bluetooth connectivity is available for playing music from your phone, tablet, or computer. The Bluetooth protocol isn't the main focus here, so don't expect modern codecs like aptX or anything. Instead, you're getting a middle-of-the-road receiver that will power your speaker setup, all for a great price. Your trade-offs come in the lack of a subwoofer, surround sound support, and the fact that it's about 15 pounds and pretty bulky. You must look elsewhere if you want something sleeker, louder, or more versatile. But from a features-to-price standpoint, this is a good option. At number 4. Marantz NR1200 AV Receiver. Marantz is an audio brand that always provides solid performance, but in recent years they have tried to bring that classic AV handling into the modern market with the Denon Smart Connected HOS app. The NR1200 stereo receiver comes with built-in HOS capabilities. If you have other HOS-enabled Marantz speakers, you can set up a whole-home audio system similar to Sonos. This app also allows you to connect to all the requisite streaming services, and it even unlocks voice control through Siri, Alexa, and Google Assistant. The NR1200 is an intuitive, modern-feeling unit. But it isn't just the modern features at play that make this receiver worthwhile. The 75W of power handling for each channel means you can push a significant amount of power to your passive speaker setup. And because there are subwoofer and zone outputs, it will work as a surround sound system and just a stereo setup. There are optical ins and outs for digital audio support and HDMI inputs to use this unit as a fully controllable receiver for your whole entertainment system. And, of course, if you want to use it as a traditional stereo amp, it'll do that well, too. It isn't cheap, but the versatility might make it a good bet if your specific AV needs allow you to take advantage of all the options here. At number 5. Cambridge Audio AXA35. Cambridge Audio has earned quite the rep for its consumer audio offering. Rather than loading up their speakers and receivers with flashy extras, they stay laser-focused on high-quality audio and impeccable design. The AXA35 isn't the most potent receiver and certainly doesn't offer the I/O spread of more expensive units. But it provides 35W per channel of truly balanced sound, a moving magnet phono input that is extra friendly for record players, and some tone shaping controls to give an impressive audio response. In short, it's everything you'll need to let your stereo speakers shine. Of course, we're giving it the nod here because it sits at an ultra-thin 3.3 inches tall, and at just over 12 pounds, it's one of the sleekest units out there that still offers sizable power. The silver gray design and stark white display give it a much more futuristic look than the tired, plain black used in most receiver systems. At first glance, the price point might seem steep for only a few inputs and only 35W per channel of sound, but because of how well Cambridge Audio has handled that sound and because this thing looks so good, it's worth the price for those who need something sleek and pro.